Alright guys, this is Brian of Home Advantage, and the NBA Finals 2009 is set. The stage is set. In the Western Conference we have the Los Angeles Lakers, who beat the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. In the Eastern Conference we have an upset. The Orlando Magic also beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. So LeBron is out of the playoffs. He has been beaten in the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Dwight Howard came up big in this game. He had 40 points. I believe the score was like 103-90. And this is the first time the Orlando Magic have been in the NBA Finals since '95. And in that year, Shaquille O'Neal was on that team, but they were defeated by the Houston Rockets. So this is a big accomplishment. A lot of people didn't believe that the Magic could beat the LeBron. I was one of the people that said that the Orlando Magic would probably be the death of the Cleveland Cavaliers in this playoffs. I said around the first round that either Orlando or Atlanta would be the one to take down LeBron. When Atlanta met the Cleveland Cavaliers in the second round, they weren't healthy. They didn't have healthy players, and Joe Johnson was off his game, so they suffered, and that's the reason they were swept. And then Orlando came in and then won Game 1. Lost Game 2 on a lucky shot, because 9 times out of 10, LeBron's not going to hit that shot. Only 2 players in recent history, like the last 10 years, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they could probably hit those shots consistently, given those situations. But I'm thrilled after tonight's game. As I've been saying, LeBron's not that great. Here's my argument. Any player on any given night can put up 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 points. It's honestly a matter of being a one-man show. When Kobe Bryant put up 81 points a couple seasons ago, you think he did it just because he was extremely talented? You think that was the only reason? No, it's because he's taking the shots. He was the team, and honestly, he kind of still is. He's backed off in recent years, but Kobe Bryant is still the Los Angeles Lakers, just like LeBron is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Honestly, when you watch this playoff series, if you watch, someone else mentioned this to me. It was basically like you were sitting there watching the team with 5 players on one side of the court working their asses off. On the other side of the court, you've got 4 players just standing around watching as if they're in a "We Are All Witnesses" commercial, watching LeBron James play. And that's how he puts up his numbers. That's how Kobe Bryant put up his numbers a couple years ago, his huge numbers, and that's how LeBron James does it now, because he's honestly the only one working on that team. And you can say what you will about Mo Williams. Oh, Mo Williams, remember he made this some kind of guarantee? I'm sure you guys know, so I don't have to really go much into it, but yeah, he made a guarantee that the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to take this series. Who is Mo Williams? Honestly, who is he to say that? Are you kidding me? He was an all-star this year on a technicality. Wasn't like an injury came up. That's the only reason he wasn't even an all-star this year. He didn't even get on the first ballot. He had to be substituted in because of an injury. Yeah, so he's not one to speak. But anyway, Cleveland's out, and like I said, honestly, any player on any given night could put up the numbers he does. But the thing is, basketball is a team sport. That's why you don't see it that often. When I see someone put up 40 points and so many rebounds, so many assists, it's... obviously I'm not going to downplay assists. Assists are a good thing. If you're passing the ball, especially if you're a point guard, you're doing your job. Assists, rebounding, steals, those are all stats that are important to me. They wow me. If you've got double digits in one of those stats, you're doing a hell of a job on the court. Up and shoot the ball 20, 30, 40 times a game, and you're going to get big numbers. It's going to happen eventually. Like I said, I'm excited this not a Kobe-LeBron matchup, because like I think I've said before in comments, although I would have been happier with a Denver Nuggets and Orlando Magic matchup, but I'll settle for this, because I didn't want to watch two Michael Jordan wannabes. I'd rather watch at least one team on the court. And that's what we've got with Orlando. Orlando's got a strong team, and it's built around Dwight Howard, obviously. And of all the players in the league right now, I honestly believe Dwight Howard deserves it. And I feel like he wants it more than the rest of the players. And he's the reason they're still in it. And he's going to be the major factor. Now, I've been saying all playoffs that I really do believe this was Kobe Bryant's year. As much as I hate to say it, I really do believe it's his year. Orlando's not going down with a fight. And I'm not, no disrespect to Orlando. None at all. I love the team. You know, I'm usually a Western Conference guy. I'll root for the Western team in most situations. I rooted for the Lakers last year against Boston. But this year I'm rooting for Orlando. Because I like Orlando. It's one of the few teams in the Eastern Conference that I actually root for. Unless they're playing the Rockets. Because of Dwight Howard. Because of Rashard Lewis, who was from Houston. Great for Austin, who used to play for the Rockets. J.J. Redick, he went to Duke. I'm a fan of Duke. And Turkoglu, he's pretty good. So I like most of the players on that team. So I root for them. Like I said, no disrespect for them. Phil Jackson is going to find a way to contain Dwight Howard. And it's just that simple. Honestly, I don't think Paul Gasol or Andrew Bynum are better than Dwight Howard in any way, shape, or form. So it's not going to be a matter of how they play. It's going to be a matter of how Phil Jackson calls the plays and makes them play and adjust. It's going to be won by the coach, honestly. And I think they have a few players that can contain Kobe Bryant. Co-defensive players. And of course, they've got players on the team that can match what Kobe Bryant's putting out. To some extent, match his points per game. But I just think Lakers are going to take it. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be rooting for Orlando. I'm going to be rooting for them every night. I'm going to say this one's going to go to 7. I really feel like Orlando has what it takes. LeBron James is as great as everyone says he is. Then Orlando just had the biggest upset of all time. And a lot of people say LeBron is better than Kobe. Okay, well, there you go. If Orlando can take care of LeBron, why can't they take care of Kobe? That's basically what a lot of people are saying, which I think is complete BS. Because I know Kobe's better than LeBron. Because I've seen Kobe hit clutch shots. At Game 2, lucky. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, he wouldn't hit that. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are probably the only two players in the last 10 years that could hit that shot consistently. Hell, Michael Jordan did. He's hit shots. Clutch shots. As has Kobe Bryant. That was probably the first big shot of his career. Of course, he's young, so maybe he'll get a couple more, but that's really all I got. I'm sure I'm going to get a couple of hatred comments down there. I don't really care. I have my opinion on LeBron. I don't think he's as great as ESPN leads evidently everyone else to believe. I just don't buy into the hype. He hasn't shown me anything that's a step above the rest of the league. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with one question. Do you believe in magic? Because I do. Go Orlando.
It's magic if the music is